Hello friends, there is a desktop environment that was on SGI's IRIX operating system. It is ported into Linux and I found it on the AUR. So if we look for Maxx desktop, we can find it as you can see here. And it sounds like it is maintained. So this is on the terminal. You should be on your home folder. You can install this piece of software through the AUR helper or manually, as I'm gonna do it now. It's called Maxx Desktop. So in the using the AUR helper, you should run a command like this, and Maxx X Desktop should install it for you. You can do the same with Paro. If you use any other AUR helper and has a similar syntax to Pacman, it should be installed this way. Otherwise, you should know what is the command that you need to use in order to install this desktop environment. In my case, I'm gonna go with the manual way, which can be replaced simply with that command, which is your AUR helper's installation command. So I'm gonna clone the link that I have here. I can copy this one and paste like this, enter. Alright, so we changed directory into Maxx Desktop, a directory that has been made during the cloning of the repository with the same name as the package. And then we can make our package by running make pkg or make package, it's a short form for it, -si, enter the password here. Okay, so these ones sound like we need to install them using pacman. So we should run this command. Should copy them and paste them. These dependencies, not each and every one of them exists on these two ones. It cannot find them, so let's try to install the others. Y and enter. Let's try again to make the package. Okay, we are getting closer. Let's try to install those pieces of software from the AUR using an AUR helper. I believe they are there. yay-bin.git. Sorry, there is a mistake here. It should be arch like this. cd yay bin make pkg-si. password, Y and enter. Alright, let's clear out the screen and go back a folder to the parent folder, and then try again with the Maxx desktop environment. I made a mistake when I cloned the AUR helper into the same directory, I mean from within Maxx desktop's made folder. Alright, so let's try now with Yay for some of these pieces of software in case they exist in the AUR only. Okay, so we probably here press Y to import these keys. Alright, password. And then Y and enter. Probably we found some of the dependencies that the application misses in the AUR. If you followed me, you're supposed to succeed with this step. Of course, here Y and enter for the confirmation. Throughout the installation, you will be asked to input your password. Make sure you input it correctly. Press Y and enter here. Alright. If you are confused like me, we tried to run, not this one, but we tried to make the package Maxx desktop from within its directory that was created with its name. Some of the applications exist in the official repositories of Arch Linux, some others don't. Since some others don't, they are probably in the AUR. To make the process faster, I built Yay, the AUR helper, in order to install those dependencies. So here is the list of the dependencies that are probably missing, not all of them. The ones that are in the AUR, I installed them, and now let's try to run make package again to see what's missing and what's met. Alright, this is promising. It sounds like it found the dependencies, which I never experienced it before. I mean, I never installed a piece of software from the AUR and it said to me that it doesn't find some of its dependencies or all. So I built all the missing dependencies and installed others. Some are compiled, some others are pre-compiled. So I installed them, and let's see how it's gonna be. Here probably the last time I input my password for this installation, and then confirm with Y and enter here. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this desktop environment which I installed. I wish it works. I'm gonna use GDM, which you can install by running the command sudo pacman-s gdm. You can install sddm, whichever you like, running this command. So for GDM it should be like this, and for sddm should be like this. The next thing after you install that desktop manager, you run the command sudo systemctl enable now SDDM if you install it SDDM, and GDM if it is GDM. Of course, I'm assuming you don't have any desktop manager nor anything of display like a window manager or a desktop environment. I have GDM installed and the service enabled. I can prove that I have GDM service running and enabled by running the status command here, and you can see that it's working. In your case, you may be doing all of this on your newly installed Arch Linux, which is without any of this. If you have it like that, you can choose one of these two ones to choose whichever desktop environment you want. You can use Xenet RC, which I still don't know how. I will look for the commands probably. Otherwise, this may be the one of the ways to do it. There isn't only GDM and SDDM, there is also LightDM and so on. You can choose whichever you like. LightDM, I didn't mention it because it has an extra package that needs to be installed, which is the greeter. I'm gonna stop the recording. You will not notice it since I'm gonna do some video editing and stick the two videos that are made, the one before the installation and the one after the installation and starting the desktop environment, and you're gonna know whether this worked or not. As you can probably see, the Maxx interactive desktop works, and it sounds like it works without problems so far. I am fascinated by it. Looks so cool. Let's try to see what's the web browser, if we can say here. The animation is cool. For example, this is my screen recording software. I can minimize it like this. The terminal, I can minimize it like this. I can open it back like this. It's a little similar to Next Step's desktop environment, which is Window Maker. Okay, so I tried to open that thing, didn't want to open. I don't know why. Let's try to see something else. Xterm. Yeah, here it is, which looks so cool. It's different, that blue background. I do like it so much. I had to use it in order to open Voco Screen, the screen recording software that I have. I checked the official documentation of Maxx Interactive Desktop, and I thought that it may not be sufficient enough and full enough if this tutorial misses some of these steps that I'm gonna show you now. So please apply them if you don't mind. We go to .maxx desktop and then desktop env. Okay, and then it says that it should have something like this, but as you can see, this file doesn't exist on my system, so let's make it with the configuration that's mentioned here. Okay, the documentation says that we should add this last part starting from this column, because it says that you're supposed to have it, the default one, without it. You add it yourself. So please make sure that you have this in case this file exists in your installation. Make sure you have this line exactly the same as this. I will link to the official installation in the description so you can make sure that you have applied these steps. I guess that's it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment, and see you in another video.